Hello Scorpio, this is Victoria and this is your forecast for the month of July. We'll be looking at your love situation, your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to utilize the energies of the month of July. At the end, I'll post some messages from your personal interest to yourself. And of course, as always, I'm starting with an oracle deck, and this time is the Wisdom of the Oracle. So let's see what we have for you, Scorpio. Quite a lot going on in the month of July. Mostly around the questions of, like, there's going to be the change of the lunar nodes. We're having full moon, Sirius gateway, new moon, all connected with relationships and also a little bit about emotions that we have or our needs, right? Because we're in Cancer season right now. So for you, Scorpio, right now, the south node of the moon is in Scorpio. It's going to be switching into Libra on 17th of July. So you may be sensing that actually. Probably not. I mean, it will depend on a few other placements in your chart, of course. But just so you know, your focus may be shifted with the events in your life or how you respond to them, from more around my values to my needs, my innermost feelings and what makes me happy, those kind of ideas. Okay, let's see what we have for Scorpio. Woo! Fork in the road, number 13. So yeah, 13 is actually your number in tarot, because in tarot 13 is the death card, which is the Scorpio energy, right? So to me, this is symbolizing that there'll be quite a lot of opportunities for transformation and for changing the direction of your life. Let me see what we have for number 13. Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. Yeah, so really, there are other messages and cards in the oracle world, in the light worker world, that say that there are no wrong turns, right? So do not feel pressure in terms of if I'm not gonna make the right choice, it's all gonna go downhill. No, there's no. That's why it's not really saying make the right choice, right? It's make a choice because maybe you are actually on the verge of, going with one timeline or another. And your choice will actually predetermine certain events in the future, for the foreseeable future. Another important part, I'm gonna start shuffling the tarot deck, is that usually the timeline, when we speak about it, you can call it your destiny, your fated path. It's not just one timeline per our life, right? And I can assure you that even people who are not aware, not conscious about these things, they still go through these kind of choices. They go through several timelines. It's just, if you think about any of the movies where they show you travel in time and how that can change somebody's destiny, there are certain milestones in everyone's life where there is this fork in the road, where based on which direction you're choosing to go, then your timeline will be different, right? And this is one of those moments right now. There are no bad choices, just that you're supposed to choose which way to go. Okay. So for your love relationship, we have 4 of Wands. This is the marriage card. 8 of Cups. Justice. Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Libra. For your career space, we have the Sun. This is Leo vibe. This is the happiest card in the deck. Ace of Wands. I like it so far. 9 of Wands. So it's giving us 10 of Wands together, okay? End of the cycle. For the advice, we have 4 of Cups, the High Priestess, this is Cancer energy, and 7 of Wands. Actually Pisces, not Cancer. Devil energy at the bottom of the deck. All right, so there is certain temptation. There is certain, it's also Capricorn energy. We just had full moon in Capricorn on the 3rd of July. And yes, it's also going to be lingering in the air for a while. So it's kind of like, I'm getting that some of the choices will be around sticking to a certain routine or certain rules and regulations, like externally, you know, that are approved by others, or going with what your gut feel is telling you, which, you know, both of them make sense, and that could be a difficult choice. And there could be a temptation to just go with what is externally acceptable, because that's the easier route most of the time, right? Seemingly easier, because it seems like you aren't gonna get in trouble with anyone, right? You don't have to spend a lot of energy explaining something or proving something that was the right choice, right? But you are kind of betraying yourself there. You're letting yourself down, your intuition, your inner compass. So really, that's what the devil is, really. Okay, let's see what we have for the connection space. So we have a little bit of both in terms of relationship versus you yourself, right? So on the one hand, there's clear path towards stronger commitment. The most classical version of this is the wedding, but it doesn't have to be, right? It's just that next level commitment in a relationship with your person, right? It's in the cards, it's something that you both want. But there is still a bit of a dilemma on how to make it a more harmonious and balanced union. So that, and you see like here, they are actually shown as just 2 figures, the same colors, like almost like 2 kids, right? There are no roles that you would see in the usual wedding picture, which sometimes this card has, you know, like a bride and groom pictured. Here you don't have that. There is a couple. Yeah, there's an assumption that it's a romantic couple, but they are pictured as kind of exactly the same people. So there is a desire, and that's what Justice card is calling for. There is a desire to have that equal partnership, to feel like each of you is making a valuable contribution, but on the other hand, that the wants and needs of both of you are taken into account, right? So with 8 of Cups here, I'm seeing that you are looking closely at, you're like doing an inventory of certain life choices that you made for the 2 of you, or you 2 made, and how that can be tweaked, how that can be upgraded, so that you feel more like you're in an equal partnership relationship, right? And that you are both engaged, but also giving each other freedom to create your own world of harmony. It's okay if it looks a little different for each of you, right? But you should have the freedom to live it, to have that around you. For the career space, there are definitely some creative ideas and a desire to show yourself and to show what you to present your ideas in the physical, in public, right? Whether it's to your boss or to your clients, or just sharing it in social media, right? But you want that to be known. And guess what? That actually helps to do certain healing around past patterns of being afraid to show your true colors, so to speak, to show what you're really passionate about, to show others what your preferences are on a more intimate level. And I know the intimate doesn't sound like it goes along with career, but it does actually, because if you want this to be a source of happiness, joy, and contentment, then they still have to relate, right? Not to mention, if we're talking about some creative pursuits, that it directly relates to your personal space, to your inner world, and how you perceive this reality, right? So certain healing experiences, and you're asked to pursue whatever those ideas are, interests, projects. For some, it could be a new hobby that will eventually be part of your full-time occupation, but take it one step at a time. And use this sunny predisposition while doing it, right? Like, it's important to have that focus in mind where you understand that this is gonna be making you happy. This is gonna be contributing to your future ventures, your future pursuits. So it's actually really important, not just in the moment, but actually for the longer term as well. And then finally, we have some guidance from the universe: 4 of Cups, the High Priestess, and 7 of Wands. Yeah, so you may feel during this time that you're your own guardian angel. You know, like if you don't do it for yourself, then nobody will. And that's also okay, because it's showing you how you can take care of yourself without waiting for that perfect someone or the divine power or somebody telling you which way to go. That's actually one of the reasons why it's important that you make that choice yourself when you're at the fork of the road, right? You are going to be asked to dive deeper into your intuition, into your inner world, inner knowing, right? We spoke about it at the beginning, right? To trust your gut, and to be confident that what you're doing is right. You don't need to double check, to cross check, to validate it with somebody else externally or through something else externally, right? You are whole in your own right, and you shouldn't be afraid to stand up for it or to show yourself kindness, love, and compassion while you're pursuing this road. Okay, messages from a person of interest. I'll get the Thelma deck for that. No Hermit Tarot this time. I decided to give that deck a break and do a little bit more with tarot. We have Queen of Swords and the World. Yeah, so the person sees you as this beautiful Queen of Swords that is so powerful and honest, and has such a magnificent brain and analytical mind that they can conquer the world with you. They know that you can conquer the world, and they want to do that with you. They want to fly on this flying carpet I'm seeing, you know, like the Aladdin and Jasmine. They want to fly this journey with you. You know, they want to travel. For some, it's going to be literally travel around the world, sharing the same vision and dreams and pursuits. For others, it's going to be more figurative, but still they are really admiring what you stand for, who you are, you know, for your mind, for your beliefs, for the way you think, for the way you communicate. And they're seeing a lot of destiny in that you are exactly the person they need. Okay, maybe counterbalancing what they don't have, or complementing it, I'm hearing a better way to put it. Okay, I hope this has been good for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you guys, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe, share, comment, and of course check out readings for other placements: Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. I love you all.